So it is a world that is now in London. And about 10 years ago, everyone above the age of 18 or anyone who's turning age 18 got a superpower. But your superpower can be something that's like super mundane, like being able to reupholster chairs or being able to turn the lights on. What did you say?
Basically things you can see.
They're basically just things I can see.
Yeah.
Or you can be able to fly. So it's like you could do like really cool stuff or like really shit stuff. And
It's not just
it's a
having
helpful
the
job,
separation.
reupholstering chairs. Jen would take it, I think. And yes, it's a comedy that's it's basically set in a world that looks the exact same, except everyone has superpowers. And then my character Jen doesn't have a superpower. So the series kind of centres around her trying to find her superpower by different kind of strange means. And she's 25, so she's a late bloomer, because usually you get it at 18. So that makes her feel quite shit.
Yeah.
They can do it. Depends. So like I play Carrie, and her superpower is that she can channel the dead, and she works in a lawyer's office, and she basically often a lot of her work is to settle estates disputes. So like going to speak to the person that's died, bringing them into the room, so then they can say directly who they want the money to go to. So I guess her power does actually, coincide with like her work, but not everyone's does. For example, Cash, yours doesn't.
Yeah, because Cash is unemployed.
Despite having an amazing power.
I know,
as
that's
well.
true. What is it?
My character, I play Cash, he can turn back time by 4 minutes and 30 seconds, or 4 minutes 50 if he's carb loaded. But unfortunately, but due to who he is as a person, he can't find a job because he's quite disorganised and lazy and full of all sorts of ideas and schemes.
And I think that's something that's quite beautiful about the show, which is that even though like everyone suddenly has these like absurd powers and that they're capable of doing things that is unimaginable, like in our world, like people are still people. It's not like they all become heroes because they're suddenly super strong, or because they can breathe fire or fly. Like Cash, even though he has the power to literally turn back time, he still can't get his life together. And like Carrie can channel, famous, confident, dead people, but she's still so shy in her own life. And I think that's something that is really special about the show. So even whilst Jen is trying to like feel like she is just as special as everyone else in the world, like everyone else themselves still struggles with the same things they would struggle. It's nothing like their powers don't save their lives.
No.
Yeah, she does
Anyone
quite
dead.
a lot.
Yeah.
She does a lot of...
For example?
well, we can tell you, yes.
You should, sorry.
She channels Hitler. And then she also channels an old country and western singer who has an unfinished album. So she channels him as well. And then there's also a few others, but I'll leave them to you to discover.
Try and do it right now.
Great question. You know what? I'm not exactly sure who, but I think I would channel someone like an amazing, someone who did a lot of incredible like speeches, like rousing speeches.
Like,
give me some like, or do you know what
Kennedy?
JFK.
Do you know what I was thinking as well? What about like someone whose murder was never solved? And then you could go back and get the person who was murdered, and then the person who killed them would finally be...
That is such a good...
That's so
that's
good.
a
I
really
just thought
good
about that.
I always think it'd be nice to show someone who was never appreciated in their own lifetime, but who's like...
Like
but
Florence
since-
Nightingale.
Or
I
Van
think,
Gogh.
yeah, she was a... But yeah, like Florence
Someone like
Nightingale. Yeah. I was thinking Nikolai Tesla, actually. But like someone who... Or Vincent van Gogh, like someone who thought in their own life they were a failure.
Right.
I was just thinking about one there. Play every instrument.
Oh, God,
How
that'd be
amazing
great.
would that be?
Be a one-person band.
One-person band. You could just play absolutely everything. And plus as well, because I get really impatient when I can't do something. So like, I wouldn't have to go through like the years of like, hard fingers and everything to try and like learn guitar. I would just know how to play it.
Hard
as well
fingers.
as everything else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From playing the strings.
Yeah.
They're so sore.
It's so fingies.
Oh, you know what I'd actually love would be would be to like close my eyes and be able to like go and see exactly what anyone I want to is doing right now in the world.
Whoa,
Wouldn't that be so
good.
cool? Like, what's my mum doing right now? No, I haven't got the power yet. So it's,
It's just settling in.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
just settling.
really
Isn't that really good? Because you're
Yeah.
like, what's, you know,
I
they haven't texted me back. What are they doing?
Oh, that's gonna get you in
It's
trouble.
a bit
then.
controlling.
What are they doing?
Yeah, I think that's quite scary. That
It
one.
is an invasion of privacy to a certain extent.
Yeah,
To sort of every extent.
I know there's an app for this, but I'm quite bad at using my phone, and I've not often got it up in
Or
time.
telephone.
I would like to know. I'd like to be the human Shazam. So I'm like, and I'd be like, this is a catchy tune by LCD Sound System. It's my taste.
Imagine if you just knew like
Famously
every
catchy.
single song. If you knew every single song.
you knew every song, like a
The best
library,
music
yeah.
taste in the world. You'd have
So I'd
every
just be
song.
like, oh, yeah, it's that. So I'd be do that because I know that is an app, but I always leave my phone
It's a bit
somewhere.
finicky, yeah.
Never find it in
What
time.
do you think, Fee?
I think if I had to choose, I think I would. Oh yeah, extremely stretchy limbs. Okay, which sounds
You
really
could just
weird.
go and get something.
Yeah, you could literally if you just literally throw your arm like that, you could get it.
Oh,
I don't know
don't,
why.
don't,
I just
don't.
felt like that could be kind of useful.
Yeah.
Like
Would
Mr.
be.
Tickle.
You won't have to get up off the couch.
Yeah, or like
if you've got something.
Elastigirl.
Yeah, Elastigirl.
Elastigirl,
Yeah.
You'd be able to give yourself
Oh, yeah.
massages, which I would like.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
nice.
My character's name is Jizzlord. Well, my character's power is that he's a shapeshifter, so he can turn into a cat, although he doesn't have any control over when he does that. And when we meet our character, he's given the name Jizzlord when he's a cat by Cash, actually. And these three adopt him when he's lost as a cat, not realizing he's actually a very, very lost human being inside a cat. So I know.
Very lost
Yeah,
human
actually, quite meaningful, quite beautiful. So then he is trying to, during the series, go on a journey to try and find out who he was before he got stuck as a cat. But he's also stuck being called Jizzlord, which, as far as he knows, because he doesn't really know anything, that's a normal name for a
normal-
human
yeah.
being to have.